Hi guys, I'm Kat Minks, the owner of Adore Productions, event design and planning, and today I'm going to show you a simple greenery arrangement that you can make for your home. I love to have fresh flowers in my house, or for your next party or wedding. So what I'm going to start with is, your container. I'm using a round container. This one you can see the mercury glass tutorial that we did, but we made a mercury glass bowl, and it actually will be a pedestal vase. And then greenery, and I'm using eucalyptus and just some regular greenery. You can use ruscus, any kind, really any kind of greenery will work. You can cut it from your yard if you want to. And you can do this arrangement using very little florals. It's kind of like a boho arrangement, if you will. So we're using billy balls and sweet peas and probably about 5 roses. We're using 3 different colored roses, pink, yellow, and white, and some berries and eucalyptus. So and then I'm also adding a little anemone. You can do red or white. I'm just doing a more colorful arrangement. You could keep it all to one color. And then also we are doing hydrangeas, which I have to grab out of the cooler, but you will add hydrangeas to fill in. So what you want to do is start with your greenery, and you just want to, I picked this from my yard, so when you're putting it in, you just want to make sure that you're doing it in a round. I'm just holding normally I would just have this set on a table, but I'm holding it so that you can see. And because this will be on a pedestal, I'm going to make it so it droops down a little bit more, but you could make it so it goes upward too. Just put that in there. And you want to make sure that you're turning your bowl as you are, or your container, as you are placing things, so that you can make sure that you're making things symmetrical. However, it is quite beautiful when you can arrange something that is asymmetrical. And that means the focal point of the flower is going to one side. It just depends on where you're going to be placing the arrangement as well. And I just like to start with the greens too. If you're not using as many flowers, it'll keep the cost down of the arrangement. So I just want to make sure that you're covering your oasis, making sure all the little nooks and crannies at the bottom of the oasis is so that you can't see it at eye level, since this will be an eye level arrangement. Another good thing to keep in mind too is make sure that you put enough oasis in the container that you're using for the amount of flowers that you're going to be using. If you want the arrangement to last more than a few days, you want to stick some water in there too when you're all done. And I'm using roses, and roses really like to drink. So you want to make sure that you have plenty of water in there after for the roses to drink. Okay, so that's for that green. I'm going to cut some of my eucalyptus. Gentle with it when you're cutting it. And you want to trim off any bottom leaves want this arrangement to kind of have some height too. So I'm sticking my eucalyptus in there so it kind of drapes up and outward. Okay, and so you can see the bowl is pretty much full on the bottom. Just gonna do a couple more little pieces. I'm just double checking here, making sure none of the oasis is able to be seen. Okay, so now we're ready for some of our flowers, and I actually forgot my hydrangea. Or no, I didn't forget it, it's right here, sorry. So hydrangeas are wonderful because they are probably one of the least expensive, prettiest, and have a somewhat of a little bit of a scent. And the thing is, you don't want to keep them long when you get them. You want to cut them short because they won't survive long if you keep them long. So you want to make sure you cut the stems kind of as short as possible. And I'm placing mine straight down into the oasis like that. Getting tangled here. And I'm putting the hydrangeas right in the center at the top, because they have the most volume of the flowers that I'm using, and I am leaving a few of the leaves on there so you can see what that looks like. I'm just going to get rid of some of these greens. Cut some of the flowers off here, or leaves off the bottom. These I'm keeping a little bit longer because these I want to drape out. And then these are hypericum berries. It's nice round big berry that will give you some interest. I'm sticking those right in between the two hydrangeas so you can see that. And then our rose. We're going to do our pink rose. You want to make sure that your focal point flowers are in areas that are not being covered up by greens. So I'll just show you what I did. I went and stuck that right below the large hydrangea. I'm going to take the white. That one on this side. Pretty. I'm going to replace that. And if you're a beginner, just kind of work with your arrangement. That's a nice thing about Oasis. You can take it all apart and put it all back in. It's all fine. Just time consuming if you have to do that. And I'm going to put another pink rose on the other side. And let's do our billy balls. These are fun and kind of have that boho chic look. Another thing that's really fun to put in these arrangements is protea, and you can get large or small protea. And I'm putting that next to the white rose so that it kind of pops. I have another one. Okay, and put our yellow roses in. You want to make sure you clean the leaves. Watch out for the thorns. And I've got more hypericum berries to use here. More rose. And then when you're all done placing your focal point flowers in, you're just going to go in and look for holes and fill those in with green. Now that we've gotten the bulk of the arrangement done, I see I've got a little hole right in this section. So what I'm going to do is kind of adjust. I'm actually going to move this here. There we go. That's better. And then just kind of fill in some more with green. And put some water in there and stick it on our pedestal, and we're all done. Greenery that we stick in there. Okay, all set. And there's your beautiful boho chic arrangement. And you can check out the blog, which there'll be more pictures of this arrangement and some other fun party things on the Adore blog. That's adore-productions.com. And you can always check out our Facebook as well. And we are so glad that you joined us today, and join us again for another DIY. Thanks, and have a great day, and happy planning.